Hood movie review. Hood movie review. Hood movie review. Watch us on YouTube. Is this thing on? Did you see his hair? Motherfucker look like Predator. This is Hood movie review. And we got the host, of course, the bad guy himself, Kenny. And then to my left,
Yes, me.
we have TK. And underneath me, we have Sledge. So for this episode, we are doing the movie Booty Call.
Mm.
So the movie Booty Call. Now, this movie, very frustrating movie, especially when you've been in that position, when he's trying to get just the stuff you have to go through just to get a little piece of ass. Just get a little piece of it. Not even a
Longevity.
whole thing, just a little piece of it.
Just let me hold something.
So let me get the top of the breast
I just
skin.
want a little taste.
Just a little taste. You gotta get some glad wrap you want to taste. You need some glad wrap you want to taste. Now,
You got to lick it
you got to lick it
before you stick it.
You got to munch it.
So you must be a sodomite. You must be a sodomite.
You have to.
You gotta punch it before you
Glad
munch
wrap at 3 a.m., my friend.
He's a good one. Hi to.
He said at 2 in the morning.
This
For
movie is a
sure.
classic right here. This is Booty Call. And what do y'all think of the soundtrack? We'll start like that. What do you think of the soundtrack for this movie?
It wasn't one of the best in the 90s, but it got the job done.
He said, woo, 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 woo. They chasing that dog. Woo, woo, woo.
It got some hits on there, don't get me wrong.
I wanna rock. Yeah, they was playing some bull in the background.
I give it a
One
3.
song.
You gave it a 1?
I said 3.
Oh,
That's the one I like. It must be a booty call.
Right, nigga, just yelling in the mic.
I give it a 3.
I'm at a 2. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't
I ain't mad
great
at
either. There was a couple of it was just background music. It didn't really hit for nothing. What do you think, TK? Where you give it out of 5?
I said I gave it a 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a 3. Sledge thought I gave it a 1. I said, nah, I give it a 3.
I was like, damn. I don't even think we had a 1. I don't even think we gave the Sex Doll movie a 1.
Damn, that was a minute ago, too.
I don't think we never had a 1.
The Sex Doll movie, that was a classic. That was a classic. I don't care about
That was a classic.
That was a classic.
That's a little Tubi classic.
Must see.
Classic.
Must see, huh?
Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't go back and watch that one, but I do go back and watch Buffed Up. Ever since I've seen that, I watched that.
Hey, that was
that deserves a Tubi Oscar, nigga.
That's a good one. That's a classic right there. That's a
Buffed
classic.
We do need to have a Tubi Award movie, like a Tubi movie award thing for this show. I feel like that would be
Buffed
good.
Up is like Remember the Titans of Tubi movies.
Hey, bro, look, it was that part when he was talking to the Tiki Torch. He was like, "Oh, my bad. I thought that was your hot ass."
My favorite part now, I've watched the movie a good probably 12, 13 times now.
Oh.
When he dropped them 2 quarters, nice. Hey, let me put 50 on the game. He dropped them 2 quarters. I said, that's good, ignorant. But for Booty Call, like I said, we're gonna kick it off with the movie review, where I'm just gonna explain what's going on in the movie, and we know they jump in whenever and talk about it. So the movie kicks off with Buns, played by Jamie Foxx, legend. That movie Ray. I was gonna say Held Up. I was like,
hey, Held Up. It really like with a bunch of A movies. Held Up is like a B-.
He said we ain't seen Held Up or Bait. Okay, so we got Buns, like I said, played by Jamie Foxx, legend. He's gambling with the locals, playing craps. And we see he's a fast talker. He can tell he's going to be the comic relief of the movie. Gets interrupted by his best friend, Rashawn, played by Tommy Davidson. Another legend.
Boing, boing.
Yeah, Shaboing Boy, known for Juana Man.
I love you.
I love you, Juana Man. Even though you might be a man.
Did you miss me?
Cornell here.
Cornell Man can Shaboing Boing. The Cornell Man. So he picks him up so they can go on a blind date. And he got no, my fault. He got a blind date for Buns. For him, he already know Nikki. He's been dating her for
For a
7
month.
weeks now.
7 weeks. Damn
7
near
weeks.
2 months.
7 weeks, and he ain't got no cutting. He ain't
Mm.
got no cutting. 7 weeks. And Nikki's played by Tamala Jones. She's another legend. You know, seen her in The Wood. A bunch of other movies, a bunch of classic movies.
A classic. The Wood.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's a classic, certified classic here. And he still ain't had sex with her. He said 7 weeks. So here's what I'm gonna do. While we're reviewing this, I'm gonna ask y'all, or not ask you, but y'all just tell me when you would have stopped trying to get it, because they go through a lot in this movie.
I like this. Yep.
So, her friend Listerine, played by Vivica Fox, another legend.
Which is a terrible name.
Yeah, terrible name.
She was talking about Buns, but her name was Listerine with a Y. Because
he said it's Buns with the Z.
Oh, okay.
Listy.
Listy. Listy is your nickname.
And she's Buns' date. She's real sophisticated. She's real bougie. And Nikki tells her, you know, Buns is cute enough. She said, enough. You told me he was cute. And she was like, listen. She was like, I just need you to pretty much run interference, you know, while I'm on this date. She was like, man, okay. So
why are you going like why are you nervous to go on a double date with your man 7 weeks in?
What you mean? She about to give him coochie.
I think that was the plan. She was gonna finally give it up to him. That was the plan. I think it was.
So you need your homie to be there to hope like
that is wild.
I'll let the night go through. I'll let us get through it though.
No, actually, no, she wasn't, because she said I don't want you to have me alone with him tonight. She was like,
she was trying not to give it to him.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was weird.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, that's wild.
Doing everything in your power not to fuck me, huh?
Yeah.
You want a friend.
I need you to make sure we don't stay in the room together alone. It's like, that's crazy. And then a woman's going off on her man, and Buns like, fight back, man. Fight back. And so he gets cussed out too. She's like, you know, if I want Howard Cosell, I'll call Howard Cosell. She was going off on him.
She was going crazy.
She was going crazy.
Let me see it rise now, nigga. Let me see it rise now, nigga.
Doing a lot.
Talking.
You know what? TK's right. That was a lot.
That was a lot. And it was the middle of the street. It wasn't like they were in the house like by themselves having an argument. They were in the middle of the street going off. So they walk away, and Buns talk about how he don't like relationships. He's like, I only deal in booty calls. And they talk about different girls they mess with. He had one girl. He said, bro, you got to grow with a beard. He said, it wasn't a beard. It's a goatee. She had a lined up nice. She had a lined up nice. And they take a train to Chinatown.
Nah, look. The part that guy, he said, hey, man, see, look, I meant to tell you about that. I think she put something in my drink.
I think something in my drink.
He told that girl you brought on one day. He's talking about he's like, nah, she put something in my drink. So they take a train to Chinatown to meet up with the girls at a Chinese restaurant. And and Buns is like, bro, I don't do low light. He's like, you mess with her tonight, you wake up with fucking sea donkey. He's greeting you. I said, sea donkey is crazy. So Nikki says she wants to wait, you know, to make sure he's the one. That's why she wants to make him wait. And while this is going on, this is one of my favorite.
For what though? What for what?
I don't know.
7 weeks.
7 weeks is crazy. And it's funny because this is my favorite parts right here. When the Asian waiter walks up to him, he goes, your hair is 3 things, fabulous. He goes, back up, Yoko Ono. He goes, oh, nigga, please. Oh, nigga, please. That's my favorite part. So that happens, and then they make a gentleman's bet. He's like, look, you gotta hit before the sunrise. He's like, okay, you know. First he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. But then he's like, okay, you know, I'll give in. So they meet up, and Listerine walks away immediately after seeing Buns. She's like, oh nah. She walks away, and then Nikki convinced her to come back. She's like, you know, I owe you one. She's like, yeah, you owe me. And then I was like, that's crazy. So everybody orders, and Listerine orders the lobster. And he's like, damn. He's like, you ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. And she was like, look, this is what I'm going to get. He's like, look, you know what that means, but if you order that, I'm going deep sea diving. He said,
crazy.
I'm going deep sea diving. So she's like turned off by it. She's like, oh. And then Buns says, like I said, you ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. Then there's supposed to be no smoke in there, but there's a notorious gangster by the name of Ugg Lee. He's smoking in the corner. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he's smoking." And then he's like, "Well, I'm gonna tell him." She's like, "Bro, that's Notorious Gangster Ugly. You can't do that." He's like, "I got you." So he go over there and starts speaking Cantonese, and it amazes everyone at the table. And they're like, "Man, how you learn it?" He's like, "A lot of kung fu movies. We ain't had no vertical
No
hold, so we didn't have
cable.
no subtitles. Yeah, we had no cable, we had no subtitles like that." He's like, "I just started understanding it." So then he's like, you impressed, huh? And she starts speaking the Cantonese back to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Bitch is Chinatown.
Yeah, we all know this. So Rashawn shares his little last piece of shrimp with Nikki. He's like, "You ain't got no shrimp over there." He's like, "I got a little piece."
Right.
He's like, "I got a little piece." So he gives it to her, and Buns is calling him. He's like, "You whipped, you whipped." And then so then Listy and Buns start arguing in Cantonese. My spell check is tearing these names up. It said "listen" and "bums." They didn't throw them names up. So when the waiter comes back and yells because they're arguing and yelling in Cantonese, they're like, "Hey, you can't be in there yelling. You got to pay extra to be yelling." And then and then they said they was like they said they said something. I think they said your mother, and he was like, "What, you horse face motherfucker?" He started going off, and then he's like, "I'll stick my elbow sideways up your ass. You messing with me." So then they argue back and forth, and they start liking each other now because they didn't argue with this man together. Now they
What
playing.
about
Go ahead.
what about the part where they was arguing and he was like, "My shit is 2 inches from the
Oh, from the
ground."
ground.
She
She
said,
said,
"Sounds like
"Oh."
he's overcompensating." He said, "Yeah, you're right. My dick is 2 inches from the floor."
From the floor. I was like,
He said,
"Oh."
"Oh, isn't he grand? Oh, isn't he grand?" So they end up playing pool with each other, and they playing for money, and the women are killing them, and they getting salty, and then they all go dancing, and Buns is telling Rashawn, get up on it. He's like, "You better get up on it." He's like, "Nah, I'm good." He's like, "Man, you better get it." He's like, he started doing the most, and she
He's
catches him.
actually killing it,
He was
though.
just, he's just like he riding a horse. Well, he out there getting it, and then he gets caught, and he's like, he try to play back off again, and they go back to Nikki's place, and they give each other a little 2-man pep talk. He's like, "Hey man, we gotta go up in there. He's like, we're gonna do our thing, right?" They tell him, like, we got this. We got this. They go in there playing cards, and they arguing about Nikki making Rashawn wait 7 weeks. And she's like, I just want to be, want to be safe. And this and this. I feel like a girl should do this, blah, blah, blah. And then, so they're like, okay. So then, Buns is
They're
like, "Man,
all
look."
against.
You said what?
They're all against her. Even her
Yeah,
homie, who she bought there to have interference and have her back, is like,
Cause like
"God, let
7 weeks.
mommy."
yeah.
Said, "How
Yeah,
long would she make you wait?" He was like, She wouldn't even make you a day." He said, "Let's go."
Let's
yeah. He said, "Do I smell a whore? Do I smell a whore?" Yeah, so he said, if it was me, she'd be playing the meat flute, riding the baloney
riding the
pony,
baloney
eating her
pony.
food.
And look, I just want y'all to know I thought Soul Plane was the first time I heard that, and it wasn't.
It was this movie,
It
riding
was
the baloney pony. He's eating some Tuesday, but you got to work a little bit for the gravy.
Ew.
You got to work a little bit for the gravy. You know what I'm saying? He said, ah. So
Then
I
she
was like,
looked at that nigga.
yeah. She was like, ugh. So she was just disgusted. And then some time happens, like some time passed by, and nothing's going on. And Buns and Rashawn pretend to be tired so they can leave. They're like, oh, let's get up out of here. And Nikki asked for them to stay. She's like, no, stay. She's adamant, like, nah, we're gonna play these
Come on
cards.
in.
Yeah, and they're like, bro. And then Listy's like, look, she's against it. She's like, bro, I'm trying to go. And then today, like I said,
Across the
they're
hall.
arguing with Nikki, and Buns, instigates it. And then after some time, Nikki still wants to play, but everyone else just want to mess around at this point. They playing footsie under the table. Like Buns and Listy are playing footsie on the table at first, and it's feeling good to him. Then Rashawn sees this, and he's doing the same with Nikki. So everybody's playing footsie, and then Nikki stops and clears her throat, and it makes Listy stop. And they're like, Then the men don't realize, but they playing footsie with each other. And he's like, ooh,
Crusty
they're
ass.
soft, but they're a little rough. He's like, hey, man.
Your crusty ass.
He said, you snatch fish swimming upstream with them feet, them talons you got on your feet. Them talons you got. So then, this is my favorite. This is my other favorite scene right here, where they. so he drops his card on the table. He's like, oh shit. And then he goes to the table. He looks up at her skirt. And he goes, "Ooh, someone winked at me." And then he's crawling. And then the dog comes in there, it starts.
Starts
This wouldn't even
playing
happen
with the
out.
booty.
Yeah, starts licking his ass. He's like, ooh,
But
put
he
it.
Ooh,
started licking her feet first, so she was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay, like get my feet, get them right."
She said,
Like,
ooh, yes. She said, ooh, yes. Then the dog turns, looks his ass, and he's like, ooh. He's like, ooh, I'm cramping up. I'm cramping up. Ooh.
he said, "Got a brother all vulnerable."
He said, ooh, you at the taint. He said, you at the taint. He said, it taint the balls and it taint the ass.
So I gotta get myself together.
He said, ooh.
that's crazy.
Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh.
It was. You seen the little vein in his neck?
Yeah. Ooh. He was laying on the chair like, ooh. Ooh. So, so, so he gets up because they thinking it's each other doing that. he gets up. He's like, ooh, and Felicity's like, I left my gas stove on. I need your belt. She's like, Buns, I need
Man,
your belt.
look,
And I was like, look, listen. She didn't go for that. She was like, I left my gas stove. I need you to help me turn it off. He's like, hell yeah, I can do that.
No, that's when old girl came in playing. Hey, nigga, your gas ain't even hooked up. She said, "Well, I need to
She
paint
like-
the walls." That Buns.
Bro, I don't know why she was blocking so hard like that.
Blocking for what? Like, why?
She was blocking so hard. He was
You don't
like,
really
hey.
like me. That's when it comes to you don't really like. You don't
Yeah.
want to be alone with me.
She said,
yeah,
she said, you guys didn't play your cards. We just did.
just did.
So they end up leaving, and it's immediate though. Like it's immediate with them two.
Oh yeah,
And
they do it.
yeah, they was going immediately, and then they have an impersonation. She has a impersonation kink, and they start messing around. So he's doing these impersonations: Bill Cosby, Mike Tyson. Who
He was
else?
talking to Mike
I'm
Tyson.
ecstatic.
He said,
I'm
he said, I remember I
ecstatic.
bought my first pair of gloves. I remember my first pair of gloves. He was Bill Cosby. He was Captain James Kirk, and he was
Nah,
somebody else.
he was your boy,
Who-
MLK.
Yeah, he was. He's a longevity.
Longevity. Said
Longevity.
I
Said,
reached
wax
the
that ass.
mountaintop. It
Wax
said I
that ass.
waxed that ass.
Good old
I
man.
waxed that ass. I'm about to go bananas up in that rump shake.
Want to go bananas up in that rum shaker. And this how you know Rashawn was down bad. Because in the other room, they watching the Animal Channel, and
Crazy.
the animals are getting it. He's like, "Ooh, tear that monkey ass up, tear that monkey ass up."
Then killers start humping something, and they like, calm down. He's like, no, baby, it's just human nature. You know,
Yeah.
everybody.
Like the signs were there.
He was down bad. Like he was down bad. Like
All roads lead to the pussy.
he's like, "It's okay. It's human nature." So then she was like, "Why didn't you pet the dog when Buns was here? He's a bad influence on you, and I feel like you act different around Buns." He's like, "Okay, whatever." So then they finally start messing around, and then she's like, "Ooh, wait." She's like, "You need a condom." He was like, "I got you." And he pulls one out his pocket, and he tries to do that thing. You know, he tries to pull a love no cost a thing and try to bite it like that. And when he did it,
Daniel Johnson, that's what it was.
yeah, you know, John.
Daniel Johnson.
He did it, and when he did it, the condom went flying out, and immediately the dog runs over it and bites it. And he's like, "Hey!" So he's fighting with the dog, and there's all kind of dog slobber all over it. And then he's like, "Hey!"
He's
She's
gonna
like,
put that bitch
"Nah."
on.
He's like, "You think I'm gonna use this on you?" I would never
He's
do
gonna put
that.
that bitch on.
Yeah. He's like,
All that shows is that when niggas need it,
they go through
by
anything.
any means,
He could at least wrist it off, though. About to say, he could at least.
no more lubrication.
He could have just rinsed it off a little. I mean, but it was just in the dog's mouth.
He
Come
said,
on,
you
dog.
know, the dog's mouth cleaner than humans.
That's crazy.
That shit got lint all over it and
It
dog
was
hair.
disgusting looking at it. It was disgusting looking at
I
it.
said you gotta rinse it off at least to have some type of edit.
So
She should have natural lubrication for you. You just need that.
natural lubrication.
Yeah, I just need the shield.
So Nikki's like, "No, I'm not letting you do that." And he's like, "All right, let me go across the hall and ask Buns if he got one." And he's like, "Buns, you got one?" He's like, "Stardate. I am
Okay.
without lubrication." And he's like, "Without
Contraceptive.
yeah, contraceptive." That's what it was, contraceptive. He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "You go on in there, then you do your thing." So then they end up calling him. Nikki ends up calling him, and then
Cock blocking.
cock block him. And she's like, I know you ain't over there messing with him like Carlin. She's like, girl, I'm about to rock his world.
To be fair, it was Rashawn's fault because he went back and told her. If he didn't have to go back and tell her because he knew what she was on. He went back over there like. Listy and Buzz over there doing this. Nah, it sounds like she's doing it with Bill Cosby. You ain't have to say none of that. Like,
Yeah. She said, "Ooh, she a freak. Ooh, she a freak." So then they end up calling him, and then she's like, "Now take a good look at Buns and say,
right.
you want to slip up and get pregnant by him." He said, "What the problem is?" He was
He said, "What
ugly.
the problem is?"
Problem is. So he pissed off now. He's like, he slamming the door. He's like, "All right, help me get these condoms. let's do this." So
Chinese condoms.
yeah, they go to a weird Chinese spot. They got eyeballs and on plates, all kind of weird stuff in there. And he's like talking to the guy and his daughter too. I don't know how old the daughter was, but she seemed old enough. And he's flirting with her. He's like, "Hey, maybe our girls to the crib." He's like, "You right." So then he's like,
"Yo,
yeah, yo." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo's my daughter." He was like, "All right, G." He's like, "No, G's my cousin." so then he gets a 12-pack of lambskin condoms for $38. I said, golly,
God damn.
$38 in the 90s too.
In 97?
Yeah, it was in the 90s. So then he's about to mess around with her, and she's like, "Oh no!" She was like, "Lambskin protects against everything but HIV." He's like, "I ain't got HIV." He's like, "I'm good." And she was like, "Nah, you got to go back out there. You got to go get the latex.
Stalling.
You got to go get the latex."
So you said to stop you when we would stop. Right? I just had to make sure I did that right?
Yeah.
I'm not going this after I gotta get dressed. I got undressed. I got dressed to go out. Now I gotta get undressed and then dressed again to go back out because your chick over here acting up. I'm not coming back. And it's like Nikki was making it bad for Listy because Buns is like, look, like
she was down without the rubber.
She was down with whatever was going on.
Listy was a woman that knows what she wants. She knew. If you watch the movie, she knew she was gonna fuck Buns. She played her role. How many times we gotta take one for the team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was down to take one for the team because at first she wasn't gonna do it. It wasn't until they was arguing in Chinese because she gave him that look like, "Hey, you might be all right, nigga. You might be all right." And that's when like, okay, yeah, she gonna do it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you typing out right here, TK? That's what you already typed out.
This would I'd have been after we just got back. We made the plan. Let's go do this, whatever. Now because they had to go back out, wasn't it for? Or it was
go back out to get condoms and Glad Wrap.
Yeah,
that was the second time. And the third time they went back out. So this is the second time you was about to say.
This is the second time now. You should set them out for a second time now.
Yeah, I'd have been done right there. Because I was already naked again. Like now I done been naked twice. I had to get dressed twice.
And the thing is, they didn't have a car either. They were walking to all these places. They were walking everywhere. Yeah, they were walking these places because the first time they had to go out there and get it.
30 at night in New York, 11 o'clock at night.
I can get robbed.
He was in Harlem.
I can get robbed. I don't know nothing about this place. I don't know nothing about this.
Like
Chinatown.
Like I said before, he doesn't care about me. Like you don't care about me. You don't care about my well-being or my health.
So yeah, she sent him out because she already sent him out, and they got the lambskins. Now she's like, "Nah, you gotta go back out there because it protects against every STD but HIV." He's like, "Girl, I ain't got HIV. Like I'm good." She's like, "Nah, you gotta go back out there." So he's like, "All right." So he goes back out there, and she makes what's her name? What's her name? She calls Listy. Listy. She's like, you gotta go back out there, and he's like, she's like, "Well, y'all doing that? I'm gonna walk the dog." And he's like, no, I got the dog. He's like, "Look, I ain't trying no more interruptions." He's like, so I get where he's coming from. He's like, "I want the dog. Shit, give me the dog leash. Give it to me."
At the same time, you could have let her walk that dog.
He was on it. He was on it. He was trying to get it. He said, "Look, you ain't leaving this room."
He said, "No, leaving this room. Just stay right here."
You ain't leaving this room. So like I say, he always to walk him, and he calls Listy and they make him stop. So then they go back out there for latex condoms now. So like I said, Buzz is pissed. He's like, "Bro, come on now." So they go to the corner store with the dog and the owners, the Middle Eastern owners, that are played by white men too. They're not even real Middle Eastern niggas. They're played by white men.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
They were white. Yeah, they were white.
They did a good job.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's real racist, but they did. So Rashawn, he attaches the leash to a newspaper machine, and the dog ends up getting loose after they get the condoms and they get roasted for trying to get regular condoms and get back doors. So they get back door. He said, "Oh, what?" He said, "What you get back doors for?" He's like, "Oh, I think he's a sodomite." He's a sodomite. He's like, "Or a soda maybe." So they said they roasted him, and he's like, "No, we ain't gay. We ain't gay." And so Buns don't realize they call him gay, but Rashawn does. He's like, "Bro, they was calling us gay." And he was like, "What?" So then they end up they see the dog, and the dog's like, "Break yourself, fool." The dog, it says sometimes it's "break yourself, fool," and they sprint off. And they chase the dog all around Chinatown, and they get stopped by a random car door that opens that hits them. They flip out, then they see the dog again, they end up getting them, and then they finally get him, bring him back, and he goes he's like, "Look," he's like, "Hey, dog, chew through the leash, huh? It's crazy. We just having so much fun. Didn't realize he did it." So he was trying to play it off. So she's like, "Okay, come over here. You're gonna keep playing with the dog. I'm gonna come over here." He's like, "I'm gonna come over there." And then he starts kissing her, and then he's about to eat her out. She's like, "What you doing?" He's like, "What you
Go
mean?"
downtown, baby.
Yeah, we go downtown. He's like, "Oh no, you did a dental dam." He's like, "What?" So then she's like, because if you do me, I'll do you. And then I don't know what she did. Whatever she did to him, made his eyes cross because she didn't lick his meat. That's why I know that. I don't know what she did. Where it made his eyes cross.
I have a question. My question has always been, what the fuck is the Glad wrap for?
You gotta
protection.
You gotta lay it across. You gotta lay it across, and then you gotta eat the coochie through the Glad wrap. So
it's
that
like
way
a
you don't get
condom.
nothing. Yeah. So it's a coochie condom.
So she was going to put saran wrap around his meat and suck his meat?
This is where I bow out.
Yes, that's what's gonna happen. She was gonna put the Glad wrap on. She was gonna put the Glad wrap on herself. He was gonna eat through the Glad wrap, and then he was gonna put the rubber on, and she was gonna suck his meat with the rubber on.
Oh, okay.
This is where I bow out.
Yeah, I would bow out too. And
I've been going. I've been at
You said I'm going.
I've been going. I don't
my horny ass would have went and got the lubricated ones, but I stopped at dental dam.
I wouldn't have called a sodomite or dolomite, whatever he said at the end.
Yeah, sodomite. He said, "Yeah, that's what he said." He said, "I thought he was calling me Dolomite's cousin."
I thought he was calling me Dolomite's cousin. I wouldn't have knew nothing about that.
He said, "Because if you do me, I'll do you." And he's like, "Okay, I'm going back out there. He's trying to get his meat sucked, even though it's through that." So then Buns is pissed. He's really pissed now. He said, "Bro, you got me going up to get something I wasn't even planning on doing." I was cracking up. I was like,
I felt that though.
I feel him.
Because I'm already waxing ass. I've already felt it.
Yeah,
like we're there.
I was already in it. I was already in it. I don't need to go back out here. So they go back to the store, and the Middle Eastern owners, they're making fun of him again. You know, "Oh, you're getting Glad wrap at 2 in the morning?" And they lay laughing. And that's when they say, "You got through the naked before you stick it." You gotta get it. So they grabbed the Glad wrap, but it's like they said it was another $30, I think, is what they said.
$30 for Glad wrap?
It was something like that.
My dick is soft as fuck. I'm not turned on no more.
Think about how much. So let's just think about the money they used so far. The money they used so far. So they had to catch a train down there. So they get money for the train.
That's about $2.
Yeah, but so that's not that's not bad. But then you get to the Chinese restaurant, and the girl you trying to get at orders lobster. So she orders most expensive thing on the menu. Back then, that's probably about $25. Let's say about $25 for her food. Your food's probably his food's probably like $5-10 because he said he got fried rice.
$8.50.
Yeah, he got like fried rice. He just got fried rice, the shrimp fried rice,
and like 3 shrimp.
Folks.
Yeah. Then they go to play pool. They play pool. They lose a pool. They lose a bunch of money in pool.
$1 game.
Probably have a few drinks. Never know. Probably have a few drinks.
Probably a few drinks too. Then they get back. They're about to mess around. Buy these lambskin condoms for about, what was it, $30? $38 for, sheesh. They already had 100. I think they already had 100. Then
Buzz spent everything he wanted in the beginning at the end. He
really, no, you good point. I forgot about that. He just gave her that money, and he got money for this. Luckily, luckily, and then they gonna spend some more money here in a little bit because after they bought the latex condoms, they had to go back and get Glad wrap now. So they go to get the Glad wrap.
You're already $90 in protection alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Protection alone, yeah, it's about 90. Yeah, this is insane. So then they go back. So like I said, they get in the Glad wrap, and Judge Peabody, played by Bernie Mac, he's like, "Hey, what y'all doing getting he said, "What you doing getting Glad wrap at 2 in the morning? Sound like you're eating more than a sandwich." He said, "Sound like you eating more
at 2 in the morning? Sound like you're eating more than a sandwich."
So he's scolding them, until the
Come here,
prosecutor
boy.
comes out. She's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this or what?" He's like, "I gotta take my assistant home. I gotta take my assistant home."
I'll be out.
He said, "You remember what I said? Because I said it." He trying to play it off for her.
That's how you know
Remember
you
what I
ain't
said.
say shit.
Yeah, he remember what I said because I said it. And then, so he leaves, and then they go to order that pasta wrap. No, I think they go back to go get some drinks. They go back to get some drinks too, mind you. They gonna get some drinks. So then the place gets robbed, and they try to. Then they're like, okay, we're gonna grab these drinks and hit him over the head with it. So then they try to get a jump
2
on.
liters.
You said what?
Nah, I
A
think
bunch
he
of 2
grabbed
liters.
I
Yeah.
think he grabbed a 40 or something.
Well, whatever it was a glass bottle they was gonna crack him
Yeah,
with.
'cause it was Rashawn that did it because Buns was on the ground.
No. They didn't
Oh,
even get
yeah, the pickle.
Yeah,
yeah, they
Buns
didn't,
was on the ground.
no, they didn't get a chance to hit him with it. They was about to hit him, and then the dude saw them on the camera, and he's like, "Hey!" And he turns around. He's like, "Hey, man, we were just buying these drinks, no." And then all of a
And that's
sudden,
when
dude
dude
pulls out
started.
the AK. Ah! He said, "You call me fucking Punjabi!
Motherfucker!
You call me Punjabi!" He starts shooting. So then they all drop to the floor and they shooting. And then when the robber turns, he turns back around. He gets punched by Rashawn. And then that's when we see Buns on the ground. He's like, ugh. He's like, I got to pick up my ass. He's like, ugh. He push it out. He's like, oh, it's gone now.
That's nasty.
Yeah, he
How
pushed it out.
Why is your ass so loose?
Because
Got a
that
picture.
dog opened it up earlier. That dog opened it up earlier when he was on his tape.
That's trifling. That's trifling.
That's nasty.
He
So
said he
they
was a real backdoor man, wasn't he?
he said he goes back doors. So they get back, and she's getting freshened up. And she's like, you know what you're doing with that glad wrap? He's like, girl, I know what I'm doing. This nigga wrapped the glad wrap around his head.
Not the whole body.
He's like, wrap around his head and go on his body. He goes, ah. He's hopping around. And he's like, I can't breathe. So then she's like, she goes back and saves his life. Plugs you pop the bubble where his mouth is at. And she's like, you're the only man dumb enough to do something like this. And then we see Buns come in like, do the exact same thing. And then he falls out, and then they save him. He's like, he said, "Were you waiting for me to turn into a butterfly?"
That was the one.
He's like, "You gonna hurry up? It's gonna turn into a butterfly."
He was sitting there trying to talk to him. What's going on?
Like, you know what's going on. Same thing going on with you.
Right, shit.
So then the girls make fun of him. They was like, "Yeah, you get some aluminum foil out. You can try that with that too." He's like, "You know what? I'm out." So then at this point, they're like, "Okay, we leaving." So then they leave. The girls chase after him. And Rashawn quickly forgets about how mad he was when Nikki starts feeling on him. So he's like immediately. He's like, bro.
Well, that's when
right.
they're outside. They're like walking down the street and chasing after him. Okay.
Yeah. He's like, bro, that's how you. He was like, don't you go chase after me. She was like, oh, don't worry. She's like, don't worry about that. He's like, all right. He's like, all right. So he can't get a cab. He's trying. So then he walks out. Oh, my phone. I missed the part. So he's like, looks like you're gonna get yours before sunrise then, because she all on you. And she's like, what? And then he's like, oh, my bad. It wasn't a bet. It was just a friendly wager. So
you see how he did that though? You see how he did that? You've been blocking me all night.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn.
Because at that point Nikki was like, we can go up there, we can do whatever you want, and this and that. She was like, it don't matter at that point because she didn't care no more. After they said they got shot at. But then they get pissed after he reveals the bet thing, and he's like, bro, I'm gonna get this
that quick. You see that?
Just that fast. It's just that fast. And then he's like, bro, I need a cab. So then he steps out in front of a cab, and the white dude's like, hey, man, you trying to steal my cab? He's like, nah, I just want a cab. Pulls out a gun. He's trying to shoot at him. Nothing comes out. He's like, man, I ought to slap your. He's like, man, I ought to. Yeah. So then he drops the gun, scared, and then the gun goes off, and it shoots Rashawn in the leg. And listen, I'll tell you what, Rashawn got. He got persistence out this world because he just got shot, and he talking about. We can go back to the crib. We can play some games. We can go back and do this. I was like, bro, he's determined. he's determined.
Look, the power of needing a mustache.
It's crazy, bro.
Because
he knew that leg injury was gonna put him out for another 2 weeks.
He said, true. He said, he says, I can last longer through this. I can last longer.
The adrenaline running, right? Hey, look. They paid $90 or more that night for this man to get shot and have to go to a hospital.
I was saying, and then
You know,
we're gonna find out he didn't have insurance. We're gonna find it out in here in a second.
Yeah.
who did 90 on protection though to get hit?
And I
on
don't know
the
if you noticed, but they stole that.
crazy.
They ended up stealing that cab. He said, "I don't know if I
Oh,
steal your
yeah.
cab." Then they ended up stealing the
They
cab.
took
They ended up stealing the cab. And the whole time Buns he's like I said, he's in the cab and he's in there making fun of him. You know, he said, "They don't make niggas like they used to, man." He's like back my niggas. He's like back my day, niggas was tough. He's like niggas was tough. He's like, "Ooh, my finger." He's like he's like, "I got a paper cut." He's like, "Kiss it for me." So then they go to the hospital, and they get turned away because he doesn't have an insurance card.
That's
So then
fucked up.
so Buns leaves for a second, and they all going in on the lady up front. They call it Chia Pet because her hair. And so he comes back dressed as opposed as a doctor. He's like, "Hey, you know, Askins, Rashawn Askins." He said, "Nigga, I'm talking about you." Like, I'm talking about you.
like,
Yeah, he
like
gets
that.
him in a wheelchair, and then they go off, and he just drops him off someplace. He didn't even drop him off nowhere specific. He just dropped him off.
He took him to a little nurse. You know,
Yeah, he's like, "Here you go, take care of him."
clean him up, stitch him
Yeah.
up.
And Listy says men only good for one thing, and they're not even good at that. They talking about how good their stamina is. Says who is it? Who is it? Don't even last long. So the reason why I say that because something important happens later on with that. So Buns is soon called in to help deliver a baby, which takes priority over a flesh wound, and he loses track of Rashawn, who was mistaken for a patient who was about to get castrated. So he's like, "Yeah."
Man.
He said they said my balls are stuck up. He's like, "So they gonna loosen them up." He said,
He,
"Dude,
no,
he
he said my
"No, this
balls
ain't
is clogged
castration."
up.
Yeah,
He
his
said,
balls
"What you
clogged
gonna
up.
do?" He said, unclog them, I guess.
He said, they said castration. He said they gonna snip you. He said, "Huh?"
Ooh.
He switched it with him. He switched it with Rashawn. He said, that dude
Crazy
bad.
thing is though, Rashawn balls clogged up too.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been a minute for him. It's been a minute. So then the real doctor who Buns is impersonating, he comes up, and the missions nurse is like, "Hey, I know you're Mr." He was like Tibolowski, something like that. She's like, "You're Mr. Okay, we're gonna go find them. I know where they at." So then she runs off, and while Buns, Lister, and Nikki are like searching for him, at this point, because Buns delivered a baby, you know, he leaves. Like, so, yeah, they start peeing on him and everything. But yeah, Buns, Lister, and Nikki, they really searching for Rashawn, who just got the anesthesia, and
With
they
the
just shaved him.
anesthesia on his ass.
Yeah, they just shaved him. And Buns and Listy, they stop in the room and they go in an empty room and there's just a patient and he's all bandaged up. And he's like, "Shit, you know," he's like, "We've been talking about this mess all night. Nobody interrupt us now." So then he's like, "We're gonna do this." And she's like, "Okay, bet." And then she starts getting closer. She's like, "Wait a minute, I think he's staring at us." And then he's like, "Hey, he ain't doing nothing." And she's looking. He's like, "Okay, we good." And then he goes, "Come on, if I'm about to tell him I got stamina. Hope he ate your Wheaties." He's like, "Hope he ate your Wheaties. I got stamina." And then he lasts about 20 seconds, if that. He lasts. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "Wait, you go too fast." He's like, "Wait a minute." Wait a minute.
Look, first of all, you ain't say he pulled that glove out because he put the glove on.
Yeah.
He said, "You got
But
protector." He
nah,
said, "Here
look,
you go." He's
my
like,
thing is everybody. Look, I think everybody want to play Buns right there because he had it. He wasn't ready or he was too ready. My thing was this man been
He was fucking for hours.
getting pushed to the edge all fucking night. So
yeah, he was cracking at least.
yeah, you
Nick-
know, he
Nick
was
and
getting
Rashawn weren't
pushed to
doing that for
the edge
real.
all night. Shit, like, no, don't keep doing that. So now, you know, as soon as he got in there, he's like, hey, this is coming
He said,
out.
"Ooh, ooh." He said, "Ooh." He said, "Wait a minute." That nigga said, "You go too fast." He said, "You go too fast." He said, "Oh, wait a minute, up." And then he finished like I said, 20 seconds. He said, "Ooh." He need a cigarette to bring you down. He need a cigarette to bring you down. So she leaves disappointed. And he's like, "Ooh." He's like, "It was my right nut. It was because the way you was landing on it. That's what it was." Like,
He said, I was eating a bowl of cereal and the cat jumped in my lap.
he has some crazy excuses. So, so Nikki finds him right before surgery begins, and brother, so she's like, "He doesn't have insurance." He's like, "No insurance. Get him out of here."
No insurance. Get him out of here.
Immediately, no insurance. So then, Rashawn, you know, he's begging Nikki not to tell Buns. She's like, "That's all you ever care about. What he thinks about you. What he thinks about you." She's like, "You know, I don't really care anymore about boy." He's like, "You know, he's like, I'm gonna prove that I don't care what he thinks." And then that's when he's like pulls the gown up,
Dick
shows his
out.
feet. Yeah, meat out. He's like, "Hey man," he's like, he said, "Look like baby carrot." He's like, so he in there roasting. Someone call him baby carrot. He said he got a door stop. He's talking about how young he looked. He said, "You look real young. Got a little peach fuzz down there." He's in there roasting him. So then, so
Boing,
he said what?
boing.
Yeah, boy, stop. So then, so he shows, I don't really care what he thinks, and then, so they all leave and everyone makes up. So she ends up finally giving him some, and and what's her name? Listy is a tiny nigga to the bed. She's like, "You ain't going nowhere. You gonna
Bro,
go."
wow.
Yes, and they dressed up all in leather and everything, and she's like, "Yeah," and it just ends with her whipping them, and they just that's their booty call. Go ahead, TK.
I think I like Listy though, because Listy wasn't on no games.
She wasn't.
She look, they was both in the hospital. About to say he caught on a little fly. That's what you used to do when you was young. You was
Come on real quick. Come real quick.
She was like, "Okay, I'm like she was on it." I like
She was, because she was like, "Wait a minute." She was like, "You know what? Come on." She was like, "Come on." Yeah, he was.
Vivica fine too.
But where would y'all? So TK said he would have left when he would have had to go to the second run for the carnival. That's when you would have left.
The second run, I'd have been.
Where would you have left?
Saran wrap.
Yeah, I think it would have been Saran wrap for me, because I think it would have been the lamb. I'll be like, okay, I'll go back there one more time. But I'll be like, look, we doing this though. Like you said, we doing this when I come back. We doing this. Then you come back to almost some. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Because that point, he even said, okay, we can just skip doing it. And she's like, no, I want to do it. I want to do you too. It's like, nah, I don't even need it that bad. Go ahead, I'll put it in your own soft. Come on. Come on, we're going to do this.
It'll rise up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that would have been a no-go for me. I would have left right there when they would have sent out for the dental dams. And so what was usually we had the most gangster moment in the movie, but for comedies we do was the funniest scene to you, like we did with Soul Plane. What was the funniest scene to y'all in this movie?
MLK. And when MLK is probably it, but right behind it, when they pulled over them drag queens, he was like, "Hey, you still at the Y?" He said, "Yeah, man, I'm still punching on niggas all the time. I'll have me weak as fuck." He said, "You still be at the Y?"
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember.
When he was talking, they got the drag queens, and bro was like, "Nah, I know him, bro. He said he was a power forward in college or something like that."
I don't remember that.
He's like, "You're like a power forward in high school." That was my part.
I think mine would be like I mean, it'd be the dog, bro. When the dog,
that's my favorite scene. Because like for me, I like scenes that are like low key funny, like just like someone say something quick. So when he said, "Ooh, someone winked at me and looked up a skirt," that part had me dying. I said, "That's crazy." Like, that's crazy. And then the Asian dude saying "nigga, please," and then I'd probably say when he finally got it, and he was like, "Ooh," and he said, "Bring it down," like that. Like that was funny to me. Coming up with them excuses he had. And then we didn't. What are we rating these women at a 5?
5.
Listy get the 5.
Tamala Jones is a 4.
Yeah. She can have a 3.5, 4, but Listy get the 5 for sure.
Yeah, she got the 5.
Fine.
And then
that's Vivica before the work.
The way I do it is because I'm also judging on the person in the movie, so not just them looks wise, because we know they look good. So we also judging how they were in the movie too. Because we didn't rated what's her name like good 6 times already, Nia Jones.
If I gotta judge her off of her personality in the movie,
personality too.
She'd probably be a 2.5, 3. Then she done went down another. Yeah, what?
She a 3. You ain't about to make me wait 7 weeks and get dental dam. Fuck.
That's the craziest part about it, because it's like, okay, not only do you. Like not only do you have me waiting 7 weeks, I'm already waiting 7 weeks. That's a long time. First off, that's a long time.
It's crazy.
I personally never had to wait 7 weeks for anything like that. So the fact that like we had to do this, and it's like I finally get in. You running interference on me like the whole time.
Right. You don't want to be alone with me. You don't want this. You don't want that. And it's like, damn, like
what I do to you?
You don't fuck with me like you say you do. I don't think.
Yeah, and then I don't know, she was just weird. And then like even like she couldn't be real with her friend because the friend was like, "Oh, so you got him getting condoms? But I thought you weren't gonna do nothing." Oh, I'm just having to go grab it. It's like why? Like it don't even make sense. I'm just having to go grab it. When I'm gonna do anything. She said, "So you gonna give him the keys to the car and not let him drive it?" Like
I'm gonna just send him back out to the store again tonight just for no reason.
yeah,
He
like
was
she was
playing
saying,
with
like,
me.
that don't make sense. You said what's
He
left?
was playing with me.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, she was definitely playing with him. Because I would have, like I said, I would have been 7 weeks would have been enough for me.
And it was rubbing off on her friend. Now
Yeah,
now you messing with me.
Here's the thing about that though. She was already letting him hit raw. He was already hitting raw.
Bro, he was slamming her shit.
Like, you playing with me though. Like that's why it's like the second time I would have had to go out. I'm putting myself in bun shoes. Okay, so I'm already hitting over here.
He already was. He was already hitting raw. He's already hitting raw.
Right, but I gotta get so I'm in the middle of hitting raw. I don't even get to get my shit off. I gotta get up, get dressed, go to the store with you, right? Okay, we did that. Now we come back. I'm back in it now, and it's like, oh, we gotta go back out. Oh, come on. You're playing with you're playing with my emotions right now. And the thing is, so he did it. Then he comes back and they do it. Now it's like I gotta get dressed again to go back out with you to get some saran wrap.
Yeah, I don't even plan on doing.
He should have he should have used that bubble wrap. All that bubble wrap he had around. There was all that bubble wrap, and that's yeah. I wouldn't like, if I was in because if I was in what's his name shoes. If I was in Rashawn's shoes, I understand why he kept going back out.
I understand him, yeah.
I understand why he kept going back out. The dental dam thing, like I would have been out in the dental dam for him, but he's a trooper. He's like that was his woman. That was his chick for real. So he was trying. He's like, okay,
like yeah.
She was doing too much, but it was like okay. So, but Buns was like, look, it's a one night stand for me. I'm just going to crack real quick, and that's it. And he was already in it.
And that's why it's like I'd have been going at that because even when they was leaving the third time or after the third time when they had the little bubble and shit, Buns was like, I still got time to make booty call hours. So it's like that's cool. I don't gotta finish. I started here, but I don't gotta finish here.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never done nothing like that. To where I was like, I'm gonna start with this person, couldn't do it, so I'm gonna just go finish with somebody else. I just never done that. That's crazy.
I have. It didn't work. Let me call somebody. Let me call my plan B. For real.
Hey, real shit. Like that's.
I've never had to do that. I've never had to do that.
Oh yeah, I've
been hung out to dry.
I've been in a lot of different situations myself.
Yeah.
Nah, nope. And that's the thing. It's all about the time management with it.
But you started? I'm saying, like, you already started though, and then stopped.
I done been in positions where I done been in there, and then something happened. Nothing crazy like that, but like something happened, or she'd be like, "I'm just not feeling this." Huh? I'm just not feeling this. You right, because I'm not going to go any further.
Yeah.
You feel me?
you texting in front of him?
Right, man. I'm texting. I ain't really texting in front of you, but I'm texting in front. I'm real discreet because I ain't gonna be disrespectful.
I think you was like at first, like.
But I need to make sure I send this message as soon as possible to see if plan
exactly.
B. You feel me? Like if they
this you up text.
You feel
I'm
me?
sending this you up text so crazy.
With the devil emoji.
And I might send it to like 4 different people. First come, first serve.
You feel me? Hey. man, look. I'll go ahead and Sled sound a little bad. Then you got to go outside and hit yourself with a little baby wipe just to make sure it's a little.
That's what I was going to ask.
You got to clean yourself up because you got respect for her and yourself.
You got to clean yourself up.
I was going to ask because the reason why I said it, because I was going to ask, like, so you went from one girl, you started with her, then you like, I was like, did you wipe? Do you take a shower? Do you eat anything in that time?
Oh, we ain't got time to take no shower. You clean yourself up.
Yeah, just a little bird bath.
Wipe yourself off.
Because she goes like, wait a minute. She's like, wait a minute.
Wipe yourself off.
Wait, you go somewhere else first? What it says like?
Yeah, you got to clean yourself and have some respect. Have some dignity.
Yeah, have some respect. Have some decorum.
Yeah, you know.
That's what I was just wondering. Like, I was wondering.
This the only mess with me with class. I have class. You feel me?
Man, right.
I have class.
Is this baby wipe? Is this a baby wipe?
Hey,
He went basketball. Lissy know it, bro. At that time, when you call Plan B, she already know what it is. That's why she replied.
He's about to call up girl with a goatee. He's about to call her up. She ain't about to say no.
Hey,
He's about to hit the sea donkey, nigga. He's about to.
hey, but I guarantee that sea donkey put us work on that mother.
Hey, that's crazy. Bro,
Hey,
all the movie shows is
see, my
niggas
balls
will
were
really
strong,
go through heights to get some coochie. Because even if we take Rashad out of there, Buns was doing some wild shit too.
To be honest, he really okay. Look. So for
He's
him,
not doing no impressions.
Buns, no, he took the train there. He
He's
bought
making her
he
feel
bought her
comfortable.
lobster. He bought her lobster. And he said we go deep sea diving. He did that, and then he played pool and lost the money to her. Played cards. Hey, my gas stove ain't working. Then he turned my gas stove on. Help me out. Bet that was gonna be. That was a straight night for him. That was straight for real. Because he's about to go. He's about to crack raw. Like I said, he's about to crack. He was straight.
But think about it though, if I'm Buns, I'm just gonna be honest. That first time you call and I look at you and you look at me and say, "Hey, go get these condoms."
He left on a cliffhanger.
Wrong. Wrong.
My fault. I blacked out.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Perfect timing. Out of there. Like, yes.
He's I'm going. Everything went black. That movie ended. That's basically said the movie ended right there. Because
He was going again though.
Yeah, he is going again. Okay, go ahead.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Nope.
Well,
gonna be a good time. Gonna get the money.
man, yeah, nah, I'd have been yeah, bro, it'd been that first time for real. It'd have been that first one because it's like after the first one. So it'd have been that second time around.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was in that little hick town.
Mm.
Lost that signal, almost took me out.
All communication.
You can't break down over there.
Keep on driving.
Well, so let's say what you were saying. You got interrupted.
Nah, so what I was saying was, bro, like, after the lamb skim, I'm not gonna beat you. I'm putting that bitch on. like, and and to be realistic with you, I probably already came. I really don't need it no more. I'm done.
Like,
I'm done.
it'd have been like real talk. She would have called and it'd have been like, okay, let me just get the few of them, like, try to get like I'm not about to, when you lock in real quick, it's like, okay, I can go ahead and get it right now if I need to. You just gotta lock in right quick, I guess. I don't know, like.
But the thing is, my whole thing is, you worried about catching something. We done already messed around raw, and you come and grabbing these lamb skins. So now it's like, okay, you're going to nut this lamb skin now. That's all. And now it's like, oh, well, we can't use that. No, I already hit raw.
No, but it wasn't
I already
her.
got it now.
It was Nikki the whole time or whatever.
No, I know.
I'm already here. We're already here.
That's what I'm saying. But Listy sent him out too. That's what I'm saying. So for Buns, it's like, all right, whatever you got, I got it now. Whatever you got, I got it now.
Right. Bro, listen, I'm telling this queen, like, I've already came. Sorry.
Because they went through a lot. Like they got shot over this. They got shot at and got shot at two different times.
Right.
Two different times. Chased a dog down the street.
Nigga got hit by the car.
Yeah, what's that guy? Yeah, I would have been out. I would have been. I would.
We almost beat up, did a hate crime for racism and LGBTQ. like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, we was at the store trying to get some stuff for y'all.
You know, the Arabs is over here playing with us.
You got to lick it before you stick it.
Right. You got to munch it.
And then I'm looking, and like, if I'm Buzz, I'm telling Lissy off rip, hey, baby, why we got to listen to her?
You ain't got your own mind? You ain't got your own mind?
Oh, man.
You a follower, huh? You letting her influence your decisions.
I'll
Look,
show
girl, I'm
her.
not. Yeah.
I'll show her. Start
Show her.
Oh,
riding.
you want me? Oh,
Show her,
hey.
baby. Show
Or
her.
we just gonna tell her what all men say. I'll pull out.
Hey,
Wrong.
wait.
I'll pull out.
I ain't never said that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never said that.
Wrong.
Oh, that's crazy.
I've never said I'll pull out. I've never said that. Now I have pulled out,
I'll pull
but I
out.
never said. I never said. Look, I just show up with the bare meat. I just gotta.
Jesus Christ.
He said,
When that
"Bear
did
me
go
the
wrong,
whole time."
I just showed up with the bare meat.
I
But if
took
it
the
was
photo
like,
already. So
that's what I'm
I
saying. When I
just
went
pull
raw, I just
out.
showed up with the bare meat. I can't even lie. One time, I'll never forget. One time, I cracked the chick, rubber in my back pocket.
oh
Still
yeah,
said the raw.
for
I
sure.
said this. I went home. I said that was dumb. Why did you
No, it
do
wasn't. That was just for security purposes. It's like when you got a gun in your house. You really don't use it, but it's there. Like you really don't have to use it, but it's there just in
But I
case.
got it. I feel you. Hey, but I keep that thing on me though.
I keep that thing on me.
I like that. I like that. I've been there several times. So I done took 3 rubbers over there. Like I ain't using that near one of these motherfuckers.
All I'm doing is saving up because I might have to use it on the next person next week.
At least I get to save them. I get to save them at least.
Right.
You know,
At least
when
I'm
it
not
matters
wasting
more.
them.
He said she dangerous. I can't believe her. I can't believe she let me do this to her. She let me do this to her.
Mm.
You let me,
She don't care
you
about
let me, you let me fuck raw. You really fuck with me. I'd be like, damn, she fuck with me. Shit.
life. Wait. Because the movies, wait. They don't do that shit in real life. They might not say that because I've only messed a couple chicks raw, and I'm just like, I ain't never got to hit the stuff. No. All right, you know what it is.
All right.
You know what it is.
You know, I'm just saying, buns, bro. Like, hey, Shy, you can handle it on your own, big dog. Like,
And that's the
I'm
shit.
already in this bitch.
We wasn't answering no calls either. If I'm already in it, we ain't answering no calls
She
Right.
was so
I'm not
good at
answering.
the phone, knowing who it was calling.
every time. We
Knowing
like,
who
answer.
it was calling.
No, you better answer the. Ah, well, I'm finished now. Whatever.
Exactly.
Go ahead,
Now
answer that
you
call.
can answer the phone. Now you can answer the phone.
Talk all you want to. Talk all you want.
Because I'm done. Give me a bottle of water.
So you be Capri Sun, the Reese's cup. I think I'm
Man. Now listen, after I nut, I'll go get some condoms with you, but I'm not going. Okay.
See, I got
Let's
you. You my homie. You my homie for real. I got you.
Yeah, you're the homie. I'll walk with you. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. In between, like you really fucking up my momentum I got going on over here. You're fucking up my rhythm.
That was the best for real. But now we get to the point where we rate the movie. Because I was gonna ask who the villain was, but it was definitely Nicky. We all said Nick was a villain.
Definitely
Yeah,
Nicky.
Nick is a villain. We all agreed Nick was a villain. You gave it a 5 out of 5. What we giving it? That's where I'm at. I'm at a 5.
Oh,
So
as a hood movie, Booty Call is like the Titanic. Booty Call is Forrest Gump in hood movies, nigga.
I give it a 5 for sure. You can't hate on it. Like it's a great movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it because I told TK before we watched the before it's a review. My first time seeing it was like maybe 5 years ago. No, not kids. I saw it for the first time like 5 years ago. I watched this movie. This is one of the ones I watched late. So I watched like 5 or 6 years ago, and I love the movie. I ended up watching it, like at one point I was watching like once a month. I love this movie so much.
I like it because it was consistent all the way through. Like
Yeah, it was.
And it was consistently funny all the way through. There really wasn't no downtime.
There wasn't no because usually with movies, and I noticed with like comedy movies, when it gets to that last act, they try to be serious, and it's like
nothing was serious.
It's just like, okay, because that point, like kind of like Coming to America. The first half it was hilarious, then it got to the point where it's like, okay, we're trying to be serious. Now we're trying to get the romance portion of it, and it's like, nah. But this was funny in the end.
There was nothing serious. The nigga got shot, and we were like,
he got shot. He was still like, hey, we can do this. Like, he almost died. He died. He almost died with the Glad wrap around his mouth. He said, "Are you ready to do this?"
Niggas but listen, it's the truth. Niggas be horny, bro. Niggas be horny.
It's the power in that thing, though, man. It's like you gotta get that shit out. Like I don't know. Like,
niggas be horny, bro. How many times have we literally shit be hitting the fan and you still be like, "Hey, I got a minute. I got a minute and a half." Like,
Hey, and what was that one shit? He said, "I need relief." You just need that relief.
Oh,
you
that's a documentary. That's a documentary.
you just need relief. Like you just because once you're done, you be like, like
Not going my
stress.
day.
man.
Not just go home the rest of my night.
No, you
Every
ain't stressed.
time,
You just
like
need a nut.
But I'm
every
gonna
time I
finish
gotta,
eating these pork rinds.
I can see clearly now the rain. It's like, man,
Like soon as I come to my senses.
mm.
You say, I don't know why I do it, I just do it. I don't
Hey.
know why. Jody, nigga-lations.
Bro, that's real.
So we're gonna add that to our hood commandments. Niggas be horny. So it's like you said,
Niggas be horny, bro. Niggas be horny. Would you rather do it the way Buns and Rashad did, or would you rather them do it how bro did at bachelor party?
You talking about
Yeah.
Junior?
Oh wow! I was like, okay. I didn't know what you meant by that.
I did. He talking.
That's crazy. You talking about Junior?
I just came here to dance and that's it.
Would you rather be persistent or thirsty? Buns and Rashad was persistent.
But yeah,
Junior was thirsty.
there's a thin line
Between
love and
thirsty,
hate. There's a thin line between that.
between fries and shakes. Nigga.
They did it the right way. They did do it the right way. Except between fries and shakes. they did it the right way. Even though, they went through a lot to get it. And that mess better have been good too. I'll tell you what. If I go through all that and that mess mid,
I tell you what, I feel like when she said, "I want to put the Glad wrap around your dick," I felt like the head was going to be just terrible without it. Like even if we didn't do it, I just felt like it was just gonna be horrible. So it was like
all teeth.
have you ever said something with a condom on? I've been something with one on, like, not started off with it, because I know I ain't shit. Look, I'm the type of nigga, I'll get my meat sucked and then put the rubber on and get cracked. That's the kind of nigga I am. But
Hey,
so I got this on my meat.
Shut your mouth, not your coochie. Nigga-lations. Chapter 7, verses 16 and 17.
And like I'm like, that's crazy. Like think about like that's really crazy. Like I think about it. That's what I was doing. Like, I was like, look, I was just shoving the meat and sucking.
Hey,
Like, all right, go
you
ahead, put the rubber.
can't have no babies in your mouth.
Not even for the SD. I was putting it off for the so I wasn't
For the
trying
babies.
to knock somebody up. Yeah, I was
You can't have babies in your mouth.
you feel me? Can't have them in there. They don't grow there.
That's not where babies come from.
Trust you. I said I trust you. I trust you. But yeah, it was just I would do that. I'm looking back. I'm like, man, that's really crazy. When you say it out loud, it's like, that's really crazy. When you say it out loud, but hey,
you know why?
But I had it. Like I said, I got the head with the condom on because like, you cracking them, so you like, look, go on, give me right, and then they doing it. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm like, this is stupid.
You know why? Because niggas be horny, man. Niggas be horny.
I don't recommend. If you do that, I don't recommend. That mess was trash, and I'm just like, oh. She was like, oh, this tastes fun. Like,
But you know what it tastes like.
Yeah, like it tastes like Goodyear.
Right.
So yeah, we all get a movie at 5, and then I'm in there with this final quote for the movie. You got to lick it before you stick it. You got to get it before you stick it.